Sean Combs, known worldwide as Diddy, Puff Daddy, or P. Diddy, is a name that has shaped decades of hip-hop, luxury branding, and entertainment. But since early 2024, his name has appeared in a very different context. Federal charges for sex trafficking, racketeering, and transporting people across state lines for prostitution. This is the story of how a global music icon ended up in one of America's most high-profile criminal trials, and what the final verdict actually means. It all began in March 2024. Acting on months of confidential tips and testimonies, Homeland Security and federal agents raided 3 of Combs' properties in New York City, Los Angeles, and Miami. During these coordinated raids, officers seized electronic devices, large amounts of cash, prescription drugs, several modified firearms, and, notably, hundreds of bottles of baby oil and lubricants. Details that at first seemed trivial quickly became evidence supporting testimonies about so-called freak-offs, alleged forced sex parties that former employees and women described in statements to federal investigators. For months, the FBI and federal prosecutors worked behind closed doors, collecting digital data, financial records, and personal testimonies. Their main goal was to prove that Combs was not just hosting wild parties, but running an organized network for sex trafficking and exploitation, accusations closer to organized crime than celebrity scandal. On September 16, 2024, a federal grand jury formally indicted Combs on multiple charges: racketeering conspiracy, sex trafficking through coercion, and transporting individuals for prostitution. All extremely serious under U.S. federal law. That same day, he was arrested and taken into federal custody. His legal team immediately filed for bail, but judges denied the request, citing public safety concerns and the potential risk of witness intimidation. In the months that followed, multiple attempts to secure his release failed. Prosecutors presented evidence of previous threats and messages that suggested Combs might pressure witnesses if released. On May 5, 2025, the trial officially opened at the federal courthouse in Manhattan, presided over by Judge Arun Subramanian. Jury selection concluded on May 12, 12 jurors and 6 alternates, all drawn from New York residents. Outside the courthouse, reporters, supporters, and victim advocates gathered daily. Social media buzzed with hashtags both defending Combs and demanding a tough sentence. For weeks, headlines debated whether this would be a moment of reckoning for the music industry.
The heart of the prosecution's case was this: that Sean Combs used his power, wealth, and celebrity status to create an environment where women were recruited, manipulated, and coerced into sex work, often under promises of fame and contracts. Evidence included private jet flight logs, hidden camera footage, and the testimony of Cassie Ventura, Combs' former partner, who described years of abuse, intimidation, and forced encounters. The prosecution also highlighted the use of the Mann Act, an old but powerful law that makes it illegal to transport people across state lines for sex work, as central to proving Combs used his company's staff and resources to arrange travel for these purposes. The defense team focused on one clear argument: that all encounters were consensual. They insisted that while Combs' lifestyle was extravagant and extreme, no one was forced against their will. His lawyers also questioned the credibility of some witnesses, pointing to private messages asking for large payments to remain silent. They argued that many women continued to benefit financially and professionally for years, only stepping forward now for settlement money. Over several weeks, the courtroom heard from ex-bodyguards, drivers, assistants, and women connected to Combs. Some described drugs given without consent, secret rooms with hidden cameras, and physical assaults. One crucial piece was surveillance footage from 2016, showing Combs hitting Cassie Ventura in a hotel hallway. Financial records showed suspicious payments and travel booked under false names. The jury saw thousands of text messages, emails, and videos that prosecutors said proved Combs ran a hidden, organized system.
Deliberations began on June 30th and stretched into July. After over 12 hours, the jury returned a mixed verdict on July 2nd, 2025. Combs was acquitted of racketeering and some trafficking counts, but found guilty on 2 violations of the Mann Act. These relate to transporting Cassie Ventura and another unnamed woman for prostitution across state lines. Each count carries a maximum of 10 years in prison. With no major past convictions, experts expect 4 to 5 years, but the maximum could reach 20. For now, Combs remains in custody until his final sentencing, set for October 2025. His defense is expected to appeal parts of the verdict, but has little chance of overturning the Mann Act convictions. Beyond prison time, parts of his fortune could be seized if proven linked to illegal activity, though no assets have been frozen yet. This trial also exposed deeper issues within the music world, raising questions about silence, power, and complicity that won't disappear overnight. In the end, the Sean Combs trial is more than a celebrity scandal. It's a case about influence, secrecy, and what happens when fame collides with criminal law. Whether this verdict marks an end or the start of more revelations remains to be seen. This was your update from International Audio Press. Subscribe for more true stories that look behind the headlines.